Pasamundos. All right, everybody. Excuse me. Today we are going to take our lesson that we did last time a little bit farther. And last time I sent you a video. It was about adding and subtracting fractions with a common denominator. In other words, the denominators were the same. Let's start by doing this. Mirror my actions. Today we're talking about fractions. The top number, the numerator, tells us how many pieces we're talking about. The bottom number, the denominator, tells us how many pieces it takes to make one whole thing. And the clue, or the important piece to being able to subtract and add fractions together, is that we must have a common denominator. The bottom numbers have to be the same. So if we looked at this problem here, let's see. Because all of these denominators are the same, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, right? We can solve this problem by just adding together the numerators. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, while that is an improper fraction, right? 13/8 would be the answer. That's improper. That's not finished. That's not reduced, right? But still, we can do that addition problem because all of the denominators are the same. We do not add the denominators together when we add. We don't subtract them either when we subtract. They stay the same, okay? So this kind of problem is kind of easy, but what do we do if we have this problem? And we're trying to add 1/5 plus 1/4. We have to find a common denominator. Now, in order to know these, you need to know your factors, all right? You need to know your multiplication. So let me show you an example. 1/4 plus 1/5. Hold that thought. Now, we cannot do this problem as it is written because our denominators are different. What we need to find is, we need to find denominators that are the same. And really what we would like to find is the least common, okay, the smallest one. And you can do it with a bigger one. It's just going to leave you with more reducing time at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through our factors, and we're going to go through these factors until we find some that are the same. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. Oopsie, I think that might be it, right? We're going to go through 5s until we get to a number that matches over here. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4 is 20. So, we now know that we can use the number 20 as a common denominator. So, what we need to do is make equivalent fractions. So hold that thought. So what we want to do is we want to make equivalent fractions here, right? 1/4 equals how many 20s? Well, what did I times 4 by to get 20? 4 times 5 equals 20, right? 4 times 5 equals 20. Now, whatever I do to the denominator, I must do to the numerator. So I need to times 1 times 5 also. 5 20s, right? Now, we've got to do the same with my fifths. What times 5 equals 20? 4. So I'm going to times this by 4. And then I'm going to also times my numerator by 4. 4. So, what we end up getting is this. Can I do it this way? So, this would be 5 20s plus 4 20s. And you can show this any way you want to. Now, can I do this one? Yes, I can. Because my numerator or my denominators are the same. My denominator is going to be 20. And my numerator is going to be 9. 9/20ths is my answer. So let's see here. Let's see what they wanted you to do. Dum da da do 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 do. So the first thing that you need to do is find a common denominator. Right? So they're going to do this one. Find a common denominator. In this case, it's going to be 12. Then you find equivalent fractions, right? And that may be where we get stuck. That may be where we get stuck. So you need to find a common denominator, find equivalent fractions, then rewrite the problem, just like we did on our other one. And last but not least, simplify if possible. Now, this may be a little easier said than done for some of us because we don't know our multiplication facts as well as we could. Let's do this. I'm going to take a look at one that's on your homework paper for next time we meet, and we're going to go over this together. Oh, hi everybody. Can I get it back? Okay. So, some of these are easier than others, okay? We're going to take an easy one today. Well, that's easy, right? We can do that one already. Let's take 2/11ths plus 1/2. Hold that thought. So what we're going to need to do is we need to find common denominators, right? So we need to think of our factors here. So you can just start by factoring out some numbers. 11 times 1 is 11. 11 times 2 is 22. Now, many of you may be able to look and say, 22 is divisible by 2, isn't it? Huh? 2 divides into 22. If we counted by 2, we'd get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, right? So, we could make our common denominator 22, couldn't we? So if we took 2/11ths and we said, what could a common denominator be? Well, we have 22. What times 11 is 22? Well, we times 11 by 2 to get 22. So we have to times the top number by 2 also. So 2/11ths is equal to 4 22nds. All right? Keep that in mind. Now, we've got that one taken care of right here. 4 22nds. Now, we've got to find an equivalent fraction to 1/2 with 22 in the denominator. So what did we times 2 by to get 22? 2 times 11 is 22. So whatever I do to the bottom number, I have to do to the top number. 1 times 11 is 11. So an equivalent fraction with 22 in the denominator for 1/2 would be 11 22s. Now what I do is I take 4 22s plus 11 22s. Now I can add these together because the denominators are the same. 11 plus 4, 15, 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Now, that's how you do it. This is difficult to do online. This is difficult for me to teach this way. After Thanksgiving break, I'm going to be back in my classroom and doing it on my big smart board. I plan on having regular times for us to meet, okay? Because doing it this way is way too difficult for you, and it's also difficult for me. I want to continue being in contact with you, doing videos this way, but this is not the best way for me to teach it to you. Very difficult for me because you're not here to ask me questions. And it's difficult for me to write like this. There's a lot of things I don't like about doing it this way. We're going to try to fix it because we're going to have quite a few weeks where we're doing it this somehow, right? I would like to meet you guys at a certain time. So that's what we're going to do. All right, everybody. So take a crack at your worksheet. Send me pictures of what you get, your answers. We'll go back over them. We'll go back over some of the more difficult ones. If you have questions, ask them, and I'll answer them in my next video. We're going to stay on this for a while because we have to do reducing and mixed numbers and all that. All right, everybody. I miss you. Email me your questions. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye.